Well, welcome everybody. Hey, good morning. Oh my goodness, look at this chart right here. Look at this baby. There, um, crazy. I love it. Spotify, I said, look kind of bullish. We were getting a bounce off the roadmap line yesterday and announcing earnings this morning. Look at that pop. 164 and the pre-market already beating on the top, beating on the bottom. I mean, looks pretty good on Spotify. Good morning, everybody. KO also looking pretty good. Ray, Larry, Dex, John, Alan, morning. Goose, hey, my man. Imuku, Tara, Merle, Francois, Arturo, Nikki, Sven, David, Sergio, Mahalio, I don't know. Gregory, Valerie, Steve, Hawk, good morning. Andreas, Warren, Infinity, Kimberly, my lovely wife. I'm glad you felt good enough to start the stream. Michael, Brian, George, Suckbeer, Wrongimer. Get to work, my man. Get to work, my man. Those Teslas are going to fix themselves. Anyway, good morning, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Chris. You're close. Just down the road out in Nashville. Good morning, good morning. Anyway, Spotify. Nailing it. Nailing it. I did go long like 2 contracts at 160, I think it was. Yesterday afternoon. Looks like that's gonna be pretty good. Anyway, welcome everybody. So welcome. And if you want to be a subscriber, just if you want to chat on the live stream, you got to be a subscriber. Get my words right. I'm excited because that's my monster can. I left my monster can in the other room. The link right down here, this little button. Click, be a subscriber. You can chat on the live stream just with everybody else. You can say hi to my wife if you want to. She's right on there. Goose, Chris, Wrongimer, all the other, Michael, all the tons of people on the stream right now. Thank you for watching. It's people like you that make this thing happen. We crossed 3,000 subscribers last night. I was super excited. I'm glad you're here. This thing's just going to get bigger as word gets out. Thank you for sharing with other people. Thank you for the things you're doing. Thank you for interacting. Give me a thumbs up if you like anything I say or anything I've predicted. I appreciate it all. Hey, Digital Marketing Nomad. Good morning. And hey, everybody. Thanks. So be a subscriber. Chat on the live stream. If you're tuning in later, leave me a comment down below. I'll get back to you. I'll try to chat with you. And as Kimberly says, she's on Discord. If you want to join us on Discord, the link is in the description right down below this. Just expand it out. It's like a $5 thing if you want to support us. And come join my trading family. Anyway, we get some stuff right sometimes. So just happens to be I got Spotify today. Anyway, yeah. So, all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. This presentation here intended to be informational, educational, fun, I hope, entertaining. Yeah, that's what I really hope. Hope you're finding entertainment here. And maybe I just get lucky and get something right. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. I'm not recommending you do any trading at all. Don't buy stocks, don't buy options, don't buy cryptos, don't buy futures, don't buy Forex, don't sell it, don't trade it. If you desire personal financial advice, then you need to hire a financial advisor that has a fiduciary duty to give you good advice. I'm sorry, I'm the CEO of my company said something there. I had to look over really quick. All right, so coming down the pipe this week. Let's look. We got some major earnings. And tonight at 5 p.m., I will take your request for at least 30 minutes. So today we have Microsoft, Alphabet, Snap, Visa, Teladoc, Matador, Texas Instruments, BOYD, bring your own whatever. Or bring, I don't know, BOYD, Boyd. I see that as bring your own dessert or something like that. Tomorrow morning, Boeing, Thermo Fisher, T-Mobile, Hilton, ADP, General Dynamics. I keep hitting the bottom bar. Then we have Meta, IBM, ServiceNow, Align, O'Reilly's, Anali, Quantum Scope, Royal Caribbean, UPS. I mean, this is a loaded up week of stuff. Amazon. I mean, we got the big names in here. We got Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, Amazon. I mean, more than 50% of the market cap of the S&P is going to have earnings done by the end of this week. I mean, we can see it right here. You know, the only one outstanding, really, the only big dog is Apple. They're coming up soon, not this week, but I mean, we got some major players in here this week, and we'll take a look at them. Like, remind me, I'll pull this up and we'll go through the list here and look at what's coming up for tomorrow. You know, especially Microsoft, Boeing, Alphabet, Snap, Visa. We'll take a look at some of those. They're not on the morning market mover list, but you need to be prepared. You need to be able to trade those today. You know, we'll look at them tonight after the close, but that's when they're already reporting earnings. So, you know, come back at 5 p.m., hang out with me, make requests. We'll check out what's happening, crapping on Microsoft, Alphabet, and all these reporting earnings this evening. So, all right. Here we go. Whew. Anyway. yeah. So Goose was Goose said in the chat, we were hanging out. Goose was actually in my backyard. He came to visit, and my marketing team gave him a personal phone call to try to hook him up on something, and he put them on the phone with me, and they had never talked to me. They had never actually talked to me person to person. They thought it was a joke, but it was all real. It was freaking hilarious too. So anyway, all right, there you go. Now, also coming up later this week, we've got GDP coming up on Thursday. That's going to be a market mover. All these core durable goods, you know, stuff like that. And then on Friday we have PCE, core PCE right there, 8:30. So there's going to be some market movers on the back of Amazon and all the other things. So we've got a loaded up week. Loaded up on the back end with economic news. Loaded up on the middle with big tech earnings. We got some market moving stuff. So let's actually jump into some charts. Let's see where we're going, shall we? S&P. This, look at all these crypto earnings. Crypto launching off. We'll talk about that in a minute too. I mean, this is exciting times. It looks like we might be finding a bottom here on the S&P. Failure to push lower. We may see a spike down there. I'm not so sure. Yesterday, it was an interesting day of churn. That's the best way I can put it. Interesting day of churn. Hunting a bottom. That's how I put it in Discord. We were hunting a bottom all day long. Did we find it? I don't know. ES this morning up 22. NQ up 73. Russell up 14. So we've huge opportunity here for a bottom to be struck. Bitcoin, look at that number, up almost $3,000. Touching, we broke through 35,000 overnight, or since we last talked. It's been a crazy, wild ride, and we're just getting started on crypto. Yeah, my son was even excited last night. I got him into mining several years ago, and mining crypto, and he was like, "Look, do you see what Bitcoin's doing?" It was pretty funny. Yeah. So anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the fun. Looks like Spotify giving a little bit back. We may have to jump down a time frame so we can actually see what's happening and crapping in here. Pre-market, yeah. Looks like we're spiking up. They estimated to report a loss per share. Actually reported a net gain per share earnings. 242% beat. I mean, that's pretty strong. Only $17.5 million though on a $3 billion revenue, 3.5 billion. So not super strong beat on the revenue, but earnings per share, which can be cooked. So, hey, Sledge is here. Everybody, let's quit talking about Sledge. No, I was kidding. Welcome, Sledge. Glad to have you. All right. Down in Mississippi. That sounds like a crap hole from what Kimberly's told me about the place. And S&P, like I said, hunting the bottom yesterday. We get that big spike down. A retrace. Is this gonna hold the bottom? If we break out above these highs right in here, that was a lower high, so we need to break through these, make a higher high at least. That'd be the initial sign that this thing's finally done. Otherwise, we could push lower and make a lower low. That 4160 still on the chart, still possible, still hanging out there, right there, 4160. We could still dip down and touch that baby. So keep it in mind. Don't get too overly bullish until we start proving it with higher highs. I was optimistic that we were going to do that last week, and then no, we didn't. So that thing looked like we were going to do it, and then nope, pushed right down, made lower lows. Is this the bottom? Well, there's a lot of divergence on the charts, and divergence is the first sign that we're about to do a big reversal. And mainstream media is epically bearish. I mean, golly, I haven't heard so many people calling for a stock market crash. I mean, that's the thing. When everybody expects a stock market crash, watch out. It's probably not going to crash. I mean, it rarely crashes when everybody's expecting it. Now let's jump back over to the other chart and pull up S5FI. S5FI, stocks above their 50-day moving average, has done the double dip. We're right back in there, almost at the level I drew. Look at that right there. Look. Right there. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. That would be a perfect place to find a bottom and go launching off. That was exactly what I thought we would do. We just went a little higher before we came down to this level. Could we go a little lower? Sure. Could we make a lower low? Sure. Possible. But things are looking a little positive here pre-market. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens. NASDAQ finally pretty much touched that level I was looking for. Pretty much filled that gap. That may have been the last outstanding piece of the puzzle. We had left that gap. I said that was all the way back in June when we left that gap. I was pretty certain we would fill it before we could go substantially higher. I mean, we ran up, and then we've come all the way back and pretty much filled it. I mean, that's good as filled for me. Now, we are clear to go higher, but first we're gonna have to break this downtrend. So, all right, there we go. That's where we're at. That's the S505, that's the NASDAQ, that's the ES. Russell still looking kind of bearish compared to everything else, and looks like it wants to plummet into the abyss. We're getting a gap up, and for my OBA traders, that's a gap. It's going to be a potential gap up. I haven't looked at the overnight data. Probably have to jump down, see what we got. Sizable gap. We'll see what shapes up there. I'll let you know if I do something. Maybe the type of day that Goose and I love, where we get a relief rally that goes up 100, 150 points. And we'll see what's shaking. Oil. Pop over and look at the oil charts. Did somebody tell you we were going back down? Man, clean spark. Clear spark, whatever, clear, whatever it is. I'll look at that one in a second. Oil still going lower, probably. Gold, right up to the resistance. We'll see what happens here. We need to break through that to go higher, but that was one heck of a move up right there. I mean, one heck of a move up. That can definitely lead to a retrace back to the roadmap line before we can go higher. Definitely. So we could come right back down here to around 1930, 1940, find some support, and then go for that breakout again. We may find, I mean, we're already back down in that one, so may find support right there and just go higher from here. But watch out. All right. Watch out, watch out. Bitcoin. I was warning you yesterday that that was the first target, 33, and then this 36 up here, which we're not far away. I mean, look at that baby go. Look at her go. I do expect some significant resistance at 36. Maybe, just maybe, we get up into the 40s. I predicted that way back probably early this year. We'd get up in this zone and find some support and then probably do a big retrace, which I'm still not opposed to. We may churn a little bit, find some resistance, go sideways, pop on up, and then get a bigger, deeper retrace. It's what we need to be able to go to new all-time highs. So just be prepared. This is not just going to keep ripping without a retrace. We're going to get retraces. Don't think that this is the last time we're down in this area. I don't think it is right now, this area. I think that may have been the last time we see 24,000. We may not go that low ever again on Bitcoin. Market down right here. Jeffrey said it on, JT said it October 24th, that we may never see 24,000 on Bitcoin ever again. 25, even 25,000. We may never see 25,000 again. Yeah. That was probably the last dip. All right, moving on. Ethereum, finally breaking out. Look at this. Ethereum's got more to go. Right up here, 2,100. And if it gets to it gets up that high, it's probably going for this 2,300. And if it gets super sparky, 2,500, possibly. If it gets up that high, though, we'll probably do a significant retrace. Probably. All right. So, but this is the most positive I've seen Ethereum, most positive price action I've seen for months. And that level that we got down to, that's double bottomed in there, and that's all good with me. We can go higher. We can go higher and higher. Need to pull that down right to there. Yeah, still the same area, 23, 25. I mean, we could possibly get on up there higher, but it's unlikely without getting a significant retrace. It's like 70% likely once we get above the 618 here that we go up to 23. Drops only down to like 40% that we go to 25. Drops down to like, we're starting to get down to like 10% that we go on up here. And then there's like a 1% chance, maybe less, that we go all the way up to 5,700 without getting a significant retrace. Significant, on the order of 50% of the move. So there you go. Dollar showing a little strength. Who says the dollar can't rally when Bitcoin's rallying? I mean, there you go. They're going the same direction. KO, beautiful pop. Market's open. Beautiful. This could be a bottom. I'm not really interested till we're back above the roadmap line. If you're a dip buyer type of person, good on you. Good luck. This is still falling knife territory. We can still go down lower. We can still reject the roadmap line even if we rallied up there. I like to see it on the upper side. We came up a little shy of getting that head and shoulders failure. Not a lot shy. We were close. It's like an extra shoulder in there too. Got close. Missed it by that much. Did go lower than the head though. That could be the bottom, but we could dip further. All right. There is risk with this one with the GLP-1 drugs. That's like Lilly, Noradisc. If you're unfamiliar, go look up GLP-1. Get yourself educated. There are new weight loss drugs and all these things that produce sugary drinks and junk food getting hit. I mean, that's why you see McDonald's getting hit. That's why you see Coke. That's why you see Pepsi, across the board. So these are getting hit because of those GLP-1 drugs. People are thinking less junk food going to get consumed. I mean, who's to argue? The average person cuts back like 1,500 calories. Pretty amazing. Spotify, beautiful pop. Rallying on up. We're getting above that 618 level. Getting We briefly touched above there. If we can get above there and close above there today, this high I'm talking about right over here from back in September on the boss's birthday. We get above that high from the boss's birthday, then target 196. Beautiful. That's my target. Sticking with it. We could rally all the way up to 220. Probably get the 196, retrace back to 180 before we move up to 220. MSTR making the big movers list. Look at this, baby. Getting above that 618. Next target up here, 519, 576. Lofty targets. But this is way behind. Bitcoin's at a new high for the year. MSTR, way behind. MSTR should be up here. Huge opportunity to catch up. Same with Mara. Huge opportunity to catch up. Only at 10, barely up off the lows. We were back here at the prior highs in Bitcoin. This thing has huge opportunity to rally, like 100% just on shares. And if we're going on the extensions, I mean, 26, 30, there's some lofty targets out here. So we could see huge outperformance on Mara. Same with Riot. Huge outperformance potential on Riot. Should be up here in the 20s, not down here in the 10s. BTBT, same story. I mean, these all have huge upside potential right now. Watch out for a super squeeze to get started. This should be up here like above 5, not down here at 250. JT added more contracts to BTBT yesterday. But same story. Coin, same story. Although this is a little bit different since it's a crypto brokerage, but with increased crypto trading, this thing is going to launch off. Now, the news that was getting kicked around in Discord, unconfirmed by me so far, is that DTTC was listing the ticker for BlackRock's ETF in their system, and that could be the catalyst behind this baby. We could see that could be like everybody tipping their hand that this thing's going to get approved here in the next couple of weeks. And then typically we've seen ETFs go live for trading within about 5 days of getting approved. So this thing's going to go fast. Don't get caught waiting for that ETF to get approved. Make your position now before the FOMO really kicks in. All right, there's only so many people listening to me. Don't get caught. So how far out? I don't know. We don't know how far out. There's a huge timeline of potential decisions, but BlackRock's ETF got put in DTCC. And if you don't know what DTCC is, it's the digital clearinghouse that holds all the shares. Like everybody, there's no such thing as holding shares. Like even in your brokerage account, you hold, Amazon shares. You don't actually hold those. DTCC holds those shares, and they give you it's almost like a cryptocurrency. They give you like a digital certificate for those shares. And that's what they give the brokers. Everybody trades fake digital certificates of shares, not actual shares. DTCC holds all the actual shares. And go read that. You can go down the wormhole of stock trading by looking up DTCC. I mean, it's one of those things you're like, what the blank? When you look at it. So, but that's how it works. I mean, that's the game we're playing. Anyway, that got listed. So, I mean, it could be 10 days, could be 20 days. We'll see. Getting listed is a big thing. That means they're plunking down the assets. That means they're already in accumulation phase. They're already locking up Bitcoin in their ETF. So they're planning for the rollout here. Don't get caught behind. BitX, more crypto stuff. Look at that, baby. That's probably heading on up here to 18. BITO, right back to the highs. Oh, man, already hitting the target, 1750. More targets up here that I've been holding up here around 20. Beautiful. SHW, Sherwin-Williams reporting earnings. This looks disappointing compared to all the crypto charts, doesn't it? 250 January 2025 calls. 2 hour 50 strike. Paid like 80 cents. TRX just turning at the roadmap line. That's resistance. Watch out. Even though that was a popper today. Let's make sure I'm on the right list. I think I was. Yeah. Not overly bullish here. Be careful. All right. Logitech. Oh, hitting the target. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next target up 79. GE. Just get started right into resistance. Need a little more chooch off of that one. Need to get up above 113 to see 121, 125 on GE. Didn't quite go as deep as I thought it might, but that'll work. That'll do, donkey, as Shrek says. And that can pop on off right there. Nvidia showing a little green, rejecting. Is it going to reject the head and shoulders? I don't know. So far, if it rejects the head and shoulders, how many people saw the head and shoulders? I don't know. I didn't see it posted on X or anything. But if we reject it, that could be a new high right there, upwards of 510. Don't get caught. Fully expecting the head and shoulders to play out. We could go the other way. 510 would be the target if we reject it. So there's your range. It's a big range. Really big range. MDB. I'm long a few shares of MDB. Bouncing off the roadmap line. My target was right up here. Obviously. Got right down to my stop. We break above this point up here at 405. Maybe heading up to 464, possibly 497. Maybe I should hold on to my shares. FNGU, still holding the roadmap line. Didn't quite get to that 130. Whoever, I forget who was saying we were going to 130 first. We didn't get there. We held a higher low. We break above this resistance up here. Game on for that 252 target. Tesla, showing a little relief off the lows. Lower low, that was beautiful. That's kind of what I expected there when we did that. Let's see. You're wrong, remember. This is what I was. You do that. Use the 3-point tool right here. That move. Equality right there at 190. I don't know. We may come up short. All it needed was a lower low. That technically qualifies. That was a 3-wave move on the end. We don't typically end there. If we hold below 233, we can easily see one more down for a lower low. Right down in that 190, possibly even 166 area. Right there. A little bit of Elliott wave statistics there. That'd be a 1, 2. Check this really quickly. Right there to right there. Yep, 618. That's a 1, 2. Usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have to run this really quickly. Yep. Just past the 1272. Yeah, so that's proportionally accurate. Would expect a 382 retrace right here, which would be back up to the roadmap line pretty much. Don't want to overlap this low. And then one more dip down to a lower low. So be careful on Tesla. Chasing it long right now. I think we've got one more lower low to go down in this zone right here before we're done on this correction. Probably come up here and do that. then we can do that. There's my prediction right now. I'll update it if anything changes. And we didn't do that. So there you go. Maybe all the way up here. All right, 3M. Well, nice pop on earnings, but that still looks pretty dang horrible. Horrible. We bounced off of the 1272, back up to the 100. If we hold that as resistance at 91, 92, watch out for a drop down to this $80 area down here. Classic would be that we retrace up there, hold it, and come back down. So watch out for that right there. SMCI. That looks a little more bearish there. Be careful. We need a lower low to clean this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like we're doing the last move. This is probably going to find a bottom. How low does she go? Probably lower than 230. Whatever that low was right there. We get to move down below 2. I'm going to put this alert on here because I may go long this one. We get to move down through 230. Find support right at that roadmap line. It's game on for going higher. That looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need a 5th wave down. Meta. Remember, reporting earnings later this week. Tomorrow even. That's set for a pop. Yep. And we did the extension there. Retracing, holding the uptrend. That one may pop on earnings. I think it may pop pretty good. 336, 344. Could even head up to that prior high. We do have a couple other levels here. Right there, those highs. Yeah, double topped right there. Right around 350. Then up there, 384. Wouldn't surprise me. This one went launching off. All right, Boeing. Man. Got my target up there. Move all that stuff. I removed it before, but it came back. Can't come back. How far do we retrace? That's a good question. We've got support right here. It's a fat zone, but we're right near it. Right near support. We could go as deep as 140. So that's the zone to find a reversal and go higher. But that doesn't look like a 3-wave down. So we may find support, bounce up, do like a 50 to 618 retrace here. Right up in that zone. Turn down for the deeper move right there. That may be what's in store for Boeing. ALB. Almost down to the 127 level. Look at it. Classic move. 1272. Back to the 100. Reach on down. That's the pattern. It can reverse anytime in here. I don't usually trade for that last move. Once we find support in this area, turn up, break above the roadmap line, that's probably the indication we're done. At least for now, until we find resistance and turn down again. That's it right now. I'd be looking for the book profit if you're short, and there's no high probability reversal yet though, so be careful. Crowd, retrace back down. Yeah, went out to the 200 and all the way back to the 1618 where we found resistance before. Beautiful. If we're going to do the next extension, that'd be up here 272, 2618, maybe even this zone where we topped before. Beautiful. That's a bullish chart. That's an echo probably. If you measured it out, I bet that's an echo. It's probably indicating you could go long. Next extensions. NEP. Nextera Energy Partners. Looks like a dumpster fire of a move. Okay, gosh, man. Lower low than COVID. I mean, ouch. Got earnings this morning. Didn't update. I mean, that looks pretty bad. I wouldn't touch that chart. PVH. PVH. Just churning. Not awesome. Snow. We break below this support right here. Watch out. If we can, that's double bottom, almost a triple bottom at this point. If we break below that, we're probably going down here to 100. If we get, if we make a higher high somehow, some way, break above this downtrend. If we can get up out of there, we could go up to 205. I mean, that's a huge range, right? 100 to 205. And we're sitting at 150, almost right smack dab in the middle. So it's either a breakout or breakdown scenario. Amazon, that looks primed to go higher. Sitting right on the roadmap line. This one may launch off on earnings. Of course, we've been disappointed before. Support down here at 112. Potential upside 150, 160. It's held really well with higher lows. If it breaks up today, it's probably indicating that it's going to go on a run on earnings on Thursday. We'll see. HCA. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's got ways to go to the bottom. That came up short of the target. Sitting right on support. Right on that 618. If that can hold, that'd be a measured bounce. Target would be up here like 360. But it needs to break above the roadmap line at 260 first. That'd be a pretty good play. Buy some shares, hold it out to 360. Might take a while. I mean, that move went from June 22. It took a year. So this could take a year or even longer. Could take 2 years for that next new move up into the 360 area. VMW. Oh. Right up to the 1618 and right back to the roadmap line. Classic price action. What's next? Well, if we hold the roadmap line, turn back higher, get back above 168, probably 190, 203. This is a merger acquisition candidate. I don't know what they have I guess Broadcom buying VMware. Not sure what the buyout price is, but that's some volatility for a buyout situation. TRU all the way down, gonna make a lower low. $41, maybe 30 below that. Watch out for it to do this number. Doesn't have to, but watch out. HXL. And let's see. Lowest low, highest high, right in the 618 level. It could find support and turn up. 1, 2. That doesn't have. That's not a clear pattern, but it kind of has the 3-wave situation going on. Oops. I twitched. Yeah, it's reasonable to reverse from here. I wouldn't be interested till we were making a high above this level here. DHR list is long today. DHR. Yeah, down to the 1618. Beautiful. Look at that, same move. 1618, went a little deeper, came back to the 100, down, 1272, 1272, back to the 100, out to the 1618. Same pattern. Can this be done? Yeah, it could. Might need a little lower to bring parity in the pattern. Could be done though. P-I-I-I-I-I-I. Polaris. Yeah, that's the Polaris I thought it was. Golly, that was kind of bullish, but then this has been one long correction and may need a little deeper at 75 before we can find the bottom and turn up out of here. THC, Tenet Healthcare, Tenet. That looks like part of a bigger correction at this point. Watch for a move down. Could this be the bottom here and the start of going higher? Yeah, but we need above the roadmap line. As long as we're above this roadmap line here, probably looking down. Especially if we get below this little consolidation here. Look, see where it was lows all the way across there. We get below that, probably going extension lower right down here around 16. And UVIX, well, that's ridiculous. That's a 2x leverage. Be careful on leverage. Bias for the day. Still expecting us to find the bottom here. If that was the bottom, we need to start breaking highs. The big level, the big important level right now, 4401 on SP 500, SPX. That's, yeah, yes, that's a ways up there. Yes, that's the top of this box, way up here. And that same 4403, 4404, 4405, that 4401 is like the high, one of those highs right in there. That's what we need to see. A move back up, fill that gap. That's the confirmation. All right, there's some early indications as we move up back through the roadmap line at 43.15. That's positive. Could we get a 100-point up day and be up at 43.50? Yeah. Could we get a 150-point up day and be back up here? Yeah, it's all possible. Be careful. We are in sharp reversal territory. This could lead to a big up day. Just watch out. All right. This is not the time to be shorting everything. This is the time to be preparing for a big move up. The market has pent up demand. Everything I've been looking for the reversal is setting up. It's all coming together. Watch out for a big upside move. All right. I'll be back live at 5 p.m. We'll talk about Microsoft and Google, I think it is. I didn't even pull up Google. Let's pull up Google real quick. Look at their charts. You could possibly position for the day. Oh, yeah. That's probably going higher. That's probably going higher. It could retrace deeper to the roadmap line, but that's probably going higher on earnings. That held up so well. Probably going higher. All right. 30 EMA. Tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you there.